Hey, welcome, 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 welcome. Well, it seems like forever since we had an audience, since we've been on. So we just want to welcome all our followers, all our viewers. We want to welcome you back. I'm here with Jackie, uh, and Jackie, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself? And
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Jackie, the Wellness Advocate here.
all right, and then we have a special guest. No more but Jason Scott here with us again, one of our old friends. He's coming with us to talk tonight, to chat up. We got a good subject tonight. We're going to be talking about toxic relationships. Jason, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
What's going on, people? I'm your boy Jason Scott out of Montgomery, Alabama. Back with y'all again for this episode. Let's have a good time and let's see what we're gonna talk about. Get in.
Now, listen. Now, listen, it's always good to see old friends. It's been a while since we've seen Jason. It's also been a while since I've seen Jackie. She's a little bit over the weather, but she's still going to stick with us through this flight tonight. So I'm just excited. Now, before we get started, guys, let's do a mental health check-in. I want your emotion of today. Let's start off with you, Jason.
Mental health check. My emotion of the day is peace and healing.
Okay.
Peace and healing. When I say peace and healing, have peace in your situation and don't let whatever get you down, don't make you sick.
That's a
Speak
good
over
one.
yourself and let your encouraged words heal your body, your mind, and your soul. This is a season that we want to go into healing, prosperity, and whatever the goals you're trying to conquer. Reach out and conquer your goals. That's just a mental health and emotional strategy that I wanted to just put out in the atmosphere today.
Okay, all right. We're gonna accept it. We accepted it.
Yes.
All right now. How about you, Jackie?
Um, I am tired. My kids, all three of them have been sick, and then now me. So it's just like a roller coaster. Going through it with my kiddos. But I'm excited for this episode and you know for the discussion that we're gonna have tonight.
All right. Well, for me, I am interested as well in this new topic that we have. What we're gonna pull out of it. I'm loving the vibe that Jason is bringing. He always bring a little flavor to the table. So I'm more, I guess I would say, intrigued and interested tonight. But I'm up and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling happy. Um,
Yes.
Another thing I like to say is Happy Mother's Day or belated Mother's Day to all you mothers that have joined us. I was sharing with Jackie. And let me include that means stepmothers, aunties, grandmothers, great grandmothers, anybody who has put that role in as a mother, a female role in someone's life. I think that needs to be shine light on because sometimes you got some aunties, some just
Yeah.
people in the community that are just as awesome as mothers or take place as mothers to encourage other people. So I just wanted to say happy Mother's Day to you all. Belated, right? Because you still deserve to be celebrated. If it wasn't for you, none of us would be here. The other thing is I wanted to bring note to I've been reading a whole lot about podcasts. And let me tell you, this thing is hard, right? And I'm saying that because we started off 4 strong. And if you know it and you've been with us, like, okay, that's the same people, but now it's only 2. And then you've seen us sometimes where it was 1. But tonight, I can say that we have some that have also have left our podcast, and we're gonna miss them because again, just like as I said with Mr. Scott Jason here, it added flavor. So everybody added a little different spice to stuff. So we're gonna miss them. But I wanted to say we have been on for a year, which is pretty big because I've been watching and listening to other people on podcasts. And honey, let me tell you, they've been saying.
Yeah.
Right. Dedication and commitment. That's right.
And it's a season for everything. And some seasons get small and some seasons get big. But we got to put ourselves in the mindset where God is trying to take you, everybody can go.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So stay encouraged, follow your direction, pick up and just move on.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So that's we're excited. Like I said, I see some people just like life, like Jason was saying, life be life. Life definitely has been life for us. We've had some loss, some grief. We've had some seasonal griefs. We've had a gamut. We've been sick. Jackie joined us tonight. She ain't feeling well. The sinuses. It's a time of sinuses. So it's just a whole lot of different things that do happen that as a podcaster you do have to face, and it's a balancing act. So I just wanted to say thank you to the audience, to people who listen to us, no matter where you're at. We really appreciate you. We love you. And keep following us and let us know what you think and what you want to hear. And so that's going to lead us right now into the question of tonight. So tonight's question is, what have you been taught as a child and learned as an adult it was wrong? What have you been taught as a child? And as an adult, you like, oh no, that was all wrong.
Yeah. For whatever reason, what keeps coming to mind with that question, because we were talking about it beforehand, so that we could think about it. What comes to mind is the fact that you have to, as a child, you're told you must greet everyone when you come in, at a family gathering. You must give a hug, you must give a kiss, and things like that. And as I got older, there were some, questionable adults when I would greet them. So once I had kids, I said, no, they are not required to have to give a hug and a kiss to everyone. It's their choice, because that's a boundary. And the fact of the matter is, sometimes it could even be creepy. I came across like this video, this reel, where it was a dad saying, how would it look like? She's like, this is my daughter. If a uncle or a best friend of mine tells my little girl, come here, and hugs her and puts her right on the lap, right in the middle of his legs, like, that's not right. Like, and he's like, when I was younger, I would see that, with cousins or siblings. And it's true. If I go back and I think about it, I did see, and again, personally went through, some, weird moments with some family members or just family friends. So yeah, that's one thing that I push a lot. My in-laws don't very much like it. My dad is fine with it. He's like, it's okay, I understand. He's like, just like as adults, sometimes we don't want to give a hug to someone. We just say hello or handshake. They can do the same. And you have to realize, kids, they just mini human beings. They're just mini adults. That's all they are. And they have feelings, and they have a right to set boundaries for themselves as well.
Oh, that's a good one, Jackie.
Mhm.
That's definitely true, because it sets up a blurred line for that child. Because if that person is abusing or abusive to children, it's setting up, you still let them abuse you, but you still let them go across boundaries, and it's
Yeah,
okay. So it really blurs the line of what's okay and what's not. And I'm, you know what, Jackie, even deeper than that, right now, the more I'm alive, I realize energy doesn't lie, right?
yeah,
So yeah, so if you, now I can pick up on different energies, right? And like you said, children are many humans, so I'm sure they can pick up on that energy. Like, oh no, this guy's a little weird, she a little weird, or they don't like me, or they want to do something else to me, and my parents definitely are not seeing it, or whoever's my person it's supposed to be taking does not see this energy that I'm seeing in this person. So I like that one, Jackie. That's a really good one. That's a good
yeah.
one. Yeah, that's a good one. How about
And
you, Jackie?
definitely taboo too.
That's
Um,
right. Don't nobody ever want to talk about it, but it's real.
Mhm.
It's
yeah,
real.
and I think we're coming out of stage of, especially as Black people, not to put on what goes on in this house stays in this house.
Yeah.
Because some things back then as children that we see this was where we was children, what goes on in the house is sometimes be traumatizing. And
Right.
when
Mhm.
you get older in age, you're traumatized.
Yeah.
Right.
You have different trust issues, or like Miss Jackie said, with her kids going around certain people, you can't trust people because you've seen it in your house growing up,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it affects people different.
Yeah.
So what goes on in this house stays in the house. I find that truly wrong right now, because I feel like if you need help, you got to say something.
Yes,
You
yes,
got to say something about it.
yes, yes, yes. Stop keeping secrets. Secrets, and I always tell, like, my clients, secrets kill.
Yeah.
When they always come off like hush hush, I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm gonna tell you this. And I'm like, the thing is, it's not necessarily that you telling me, you're really actually facing it yourself.
And
Because
with that being
secrets,
said, that
uh-huh,
that goes on to open to door to so many conversations,
yeah, it does.
so many hidden agendas, so many stuff that children at that age are scared to say something about. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that opened the doors to a totally different genre than what the topic is about. So
Right, right, right. And I guess to go along with you guys, uh, I was taught that adults are right all the time, right? Who's wrong? Who's wrong in this situation? I'm the adult. And you like, so now that I'm older, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm an adult. It's certain times that I'm wrong. So
you know,
how could they always been right?
I used to get whippers about that. 'Cause I be like, nah, I don't think that's right like that now. I used to get
Right,
toe up by
right,
look, I
right,
used to get toe up behind that. I had a mouth on me now. Now I don't
right.
think that's right now.
And then Miss Keisha just said, she said she always thought that she had to go to college, right?
Yeah,
So the pressure that you're not going to college to get a good job. So
yeah,
now, as adults, we're finding out that's not true. We have entrepreneurs that outmake money than most of the college professions, to be honest.
yeah. You're right. Y'all hear my music up here?
So yeah, so it's so many things that we have been taught. Now we got a clip from the week that I had went over, which is from the Shay Shay room,
Uh huh.
uh, and it's my girl Glorilla. So we want to go ahead and share that with you and with the audience, and let you know, and you let us know what you think about it, because we're going to discuss it after we listen to it.
Club Shay.
Right.
You say women in their 20s should display toxic behavior and level up the illusion. What do you mean by that? You ain't on no Jasmine Sullivan bull job, are you?
What Jasmine Sullivan?
Bust the windows out your car.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody done went through some shit.
No, ain't nobody go through that, Glow.
Everybody done went through.
No, hell no.
Yes, they did.
No, I don't know.
You never got your windows bust out.
I have.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, but I ain't never done that to somebody.
I'm saying, as a female, a lot of females have been through that situation. Like, they done been too in love and they done got their heart broken.
That what y'all call that?
Yeah.
Don't love me that hard.
They feelings be hurt. You can't hurt no female feelings. Like, females' feelings is stronger than men. Like, say for instance, like in the cheating situation. If you go cheat, you ain't finna fall in love with the bitch. A female go cheat, they really, well, not me, but regular females,
Yeah.
when if they in love with you and they go
step out.
Yeah, they really, it's something about the nigga they like for real. You might not like the bitch. Niggas just do that.
Yeah.
That's what y'all do, but.
They know what y'all, I don't know y'all. You see, they know y'all.
But at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all feelings don't be too deep into shit like females do. And so females be reacting off their feelings sometimes. Most females, I'm gonna say 80% of females have been through some shit like that. Where they destroyed your property because their feelings was hurt.
You ever had your heart broken?
One time. And that's why I am how I am today.
What? I mean, damn, you ain't really get nobody a second chance?
Because I just feel like everybody liked it. Because at the end, like,
what you mean everybody like what?
I got 6 brothers. I got a lot of friends. I got best friends. I got cousins. And I see how dudes act.
Right.
And like, all of them got it's a common denominator. Like, they ain't shit.
Come on, Glow. Come on now. I'm not finna let you sit up here and do this.
That's what it is.
That ain't nothing what it is. No, it ain't. No, hell no. Now, what if I was up here talking about all females ain't that?
That's your opinion. You done been through something that made you feel like that.
No. That's hold on. You can't judge everybody because you don't have a bad chapter in the book. The rest of the books might be good.
Judge everybody about it, but it's like,
you ain't met the right one yet.
That might be what it is, but it's just like my perception. Like that one shit. You know how that one thing can change your perception on everything?
Hell yeah.
I had one time. God had one time teach me a lesson.
She said something.
That might have just like, he might not have been right for you at that moment.
Everybody like y'all is something that.
Why you keep saying y'all? You
men, okay, not you. Men, it's something about y'all that just don't click. Like in my head, I feel like every man gonna cheat. I don't feel like it's a man that don't cheat on this earth. Damn. I honestly in my heart feel like that.
What about women? You think they cheat? They on the up and up?
Women be cheating too, but for sure, men.
What you mean for sure? It's some men out there that don't do that.
It's some men out there probably that don't do that.
You just ain't met him yet, huh?
I ain't ran across none like that. Because everybody I know that's a male, well, like my friends and like I said, my brothers now, my cousins, I see them do this shit. That's how I am because I was raised mostly around dudes.
Right.
So I just know how.
So you adopted that mentality. So you got a dude mentality.
That's right.
Now you need a lady out.
But that's like escaping reality though.
I don't know if I'll.
All right. So now let's talk about this. Let's weigh in on this. Basically, what she's saying is that all dudes ain't, and then she's saying that hey, these that toxicness or toxicity comes out of being cheated on or treated differently. And then she said basically what she's saying is own up to it, because she put a pretty high percentage on how many women come out and bust out your windows, splatting your tires. She said 80%. So what I want to ask, you guys, I want to weigh in on that. What do you think about what she just said?
Miss Jackie, you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You can go first.
I honestly, how can I say this?
Come with it. She did.
Women are not the same no more. Relationships are not the same no more. people are not honest in relationships. It's more like a business transaction. People are in relationships to see what they can get out of. Because now, if you look at it, you see people that was married for 20 and 30 years are now getting a divorce. Or when something goes wrong in a relationship, one of the partners step out. When the finances change, one of the partners step out. When somebody shows someone just a little bit of attention, someone's stepping out. So, what is a relationship?
Okay.
What is a relationship?
That's deep.
And now, like, if you want to date, you got to see what that person wants out of the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're in a relationship for something. And I was talking to this girl down at the spot, down at the gold mine. And, the first thing, the first thing that she told me was, "I like money. Y'all own this club, and you driving this car, and I like a man with money." I knew personally then that was a no for me. Because she already told me what she wanted before we went on a date. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I see we just ain't got time for no more business transactions.
Mm-hmm.
I got out of one business transaction. I understand I never had my windows knocked out. I did have to hide my car twice or two, but I never had my windows knocked out or nothing. Oh Lord, they'll kick me out. Oh, there I go. So that's just my opinion on it.
Okay. Jackie, what do you think?
Well, I've been with my husband, it'll be 14 years together, but we'll be 7 years married this year, but 14 total. Or is it 15? Yeah, I think I lost count.
Just some hand claps.
15. I have to count. I'm like, hold on, is it 14 or is it 15?
Miss Keisha, get some hand claps back there.
And I see what you're talking about. There are a lot of older couples now getting divorces, but I think it's because it was always this mentality of you don't have a choice. And now you have modern day women who, are like, I know I have a choice to stay, whether to stay in this relationship or marriage or not. And they do that.
Ooh, girl. Ooh, wait. Say it, Jackie.
Yeah, and do I agree with her that all men cheat? I don't think all men. I think there are faithful men out there, but it also depends on your perception of cheating, because there's this thing now that is going around, the micro cheating, which is giving your attention to someone else, sending text messages to someone else, having lunches with someone else. To me, I'm like, that's an emotional, attachment that you're building with someone else. And I do see that as cheating. Like, I'm here, why can't you talk to me? So there, that also applies on someone's perception of what cheating is. And like she said, she grew up around a lot of men. So I'm sure she saw a lot of stuff, and I'm sure she saw probably all of them step out on their relationships. So her perception was already like, I'm not trusting no man. And then you also have the other component, and we've talked about this before, which is the masculine woman, having either what is it called? You either have you're either, what is it? You have a
feminine or masculine.
Yeah, feminine or masculine woman.
Yeah.
And that has to do with relationships that you've had with men. And it could be not only romantic relationship, but relationships, like your siblings or your dad or grandfather. So though that also shapes a woman. But I do believe that now people are willing to throw in the towel very quickly too. And for me, because I kept seeing these videos, and it's true. For me, I would rather mend my relationship than trying to go find someone else to build something with, because I've been with this person for so long that this minor inconvenience or this small thing is not gonna, I'm not gonna throw away, all those years of being together and having our kids and things like that. But also, I would not tolerate disrespect. So that comes with communication too. So you have to have, communication, loyalty, and set that tone of, we could talk about everything and anything of how we're feeling, and we need to not take it personal, because that's how, that person is feeling.
Yeah, that's deep. Hold on, please say something, Miss Roberta. I want everybody that's watching, I want y'all to tag in and let us know where you from. Leave us a comment. Let us know anything. We're gonna ask questions. Feel free, just tag in with us and rock with us for a little while.
Okay, all right now. Well, I agree with it, both of you guys. It is a difference. I was raised up by my grandparents, which they were together until they died. Right,
Yeah.
one died, then the other one died. So I never did see them in my lifespan with anybody else. But of course, they depended on each other. And so what I mean by that is saying that is that one depended on the other one. And I think, like Jackie said, we don't really have that anymore. And like Jason was saying, we don't have because one person may have been good at, I say my grandfather was good. He would work. He was good at he was like mason, in construction. So he was good at that. And then my grandmother was good at putting everything together. So even though she didn't go out and really work, she put all of her finances together, and
Yeah.
she kept everything up the way when they came together, it looked real good and real easy. Even for me, it looked real easy because now that I'm adult, I see it's not that simple and that easy. But you don't have relationships like that anymore.
You
Uh,
know, go ahead. I'm
uh-huh.
sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just saying we don't have that anymore. And I really didn't even realize until a friend was telling me, she was like, but you was fortunate because you even had that type of relationship as you were growing up. So what I'm saying is not just now that it's phasing out, it had started phasing out a long time ago where the men, would kind of go somewhere else, like, Papa was the Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
So coming from backgrounds like that, I guess the question is, how do you get to a point where you say, okay, because for me, I was like, when I got out here and got married and married a serial cheater, meaning that he cheated all the time. He was just, and it wasn't just with one person. I catch him, he cheat with somebody else.
Did
Catch
you
him,
knock the windows out the car?
I knocked no windows out. I might have choked him once or twice, Jason, but I might have handled him a little bit rough once or twice. But I didn't knock his, because I don't believe in tearing up my own stuff.
Yeah. You.
I didn't get that. I used to watch this one relationship like right down the street from me. Literally, they would break out all their windows in their house, all their windows in their car,
Yeah.
and then the next day be riding around looking like it's okay. So I was like, I don't get that. I don't want to be paying for no. That if we gonna be together, I can't just tear up my stuff too. So no, I wasn't that toxic, but I might try to choke you out once or twice, and I apologize for that. But but it's a hard one, and that's why this toxic relationship stuff is really it's really a question right now, because it's like she say, if you're in your 20s, you're gonna be toxic. So I
Yeah.
guess that's the first thing I want to bring to the table. Do you think all 20-year-olds are toxic?
No, no, not all 20-year-olds are toxic.
No, I know I was becoming a mom when in my 20s. So early
Okay.
20s. I was 21 when I had Anthony. So I quickly matured becoming a mom. So I was never toxic. I think the most toxic thing about me is checking my spouse's phone. But at the same time, he's like, it's fine. He's like, here. He's like, you can take it. I ain't got nothing to hide. So he's fine with it. And I'm like, okay. But why? Because there's things that have happened, before, what have you. We're gonna go right past that. But yeah, I don't think all 20-year-olds are toxic. I don't think so.
When I was in my 20s, I always wanted me a trophy wife.
Okay.
Yeah,
so basically, Jason, what you said is the opposite from what that young lady said. I like money. You were saying if you looking good, you could be by me. So I'll give you the money.
No, I ain't gonna give her no money. I just want me a trophy wife. Now we said nobody giving her the money now.
Well, how they gonna be the trophy? You gotta give up something.
He wants the wife that would cook.
Yeah, I gave her right back.
Dishes at breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Look, I got and gave her right back.
You threw it back in the Now,
my phone went out. I'm sorry, y'all. But when I got in my 30s, I wanted me a certificated woman, like, I don't know.
So, and I'm with you guys. What is a relationship? Because I think, even with love, I always tell people, because they always be like, Roberta, I love you. And I'm like, what does that mean to you? Right? Because I've learned with love, it might be something else.
What's the difference between what?
The trophy and the reciprocating wife.
In my 30s, we're more churchy. I want to be a first lady in my 30s.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be a churchy lady in my 30s, and I want to be a trophy wife in my 20s. I ain't in the 40s yet, so I don't know what type of wife I want in my 40s. Look, when we get into those 40s, we ain't breaking up for nothing. We're gonna have to ride it out.
Okay, that's what I said. You mess around and come over here, you're gonna be stuck over here. Because
once we get in the 40s, it's time to stop playing.
Right.
I tried it at the age of 30, it just didn't work out right.
So I guess the whole thing is with relationships are hard. So that leads us to tonight, talk about toxic relationships, and not just the toxic of the men and the female, but I want us to also kind of talk about this toxic relationships and friendships, because I've noticed that even with friendships, there's a lot of toxicity, right? A lot of entitlement, a lot of I did this for you, so you should do this. A lot of I'll say wanting you to dumb me down or lower your values for wherever their values are going to be. So just an idea of that. What would be some red flags with a friendship? Let's start with a friendship first that would be toxic. What are some of your red flags?
Someone that only looks for you when they need something.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Watch those shady comments. Yeah.
Ooh, Keisha, I liked it. That's right. That person that always has something to say to you, but they say it in a joke, like, that must be nice.
And always be careful. I always be careful of a friend that hang out with somebody that doesn't like you.
That's right. That's right.
That's a no. And it's funny because a lot of people get killed that way.
Hey, Jason, you show saying it. Yes. Yeah. That's right.
And another one, when you go out to dinner and you always the one that's paying, Watch out for that one too.
Oh my God, yes. When they say little to whatever you're doing, your little
Right.
podcast, your little business,
Oh
your
yeah,
little influence. It's like, excuse me, ain't nothing
Yeah.
little about what I'm doing.
Right. Right.
yeah.
I see you on your little podcast. Oh, I see you on your little social media stuff. You like what? You know, why it just can't be you see me? And then the obvious thing is you have people who come in and watch, but they won't even say anything. They won't even give a comment. They won't say, hey, that's good, that's bad. You know, and really the thing is that we are growing, right? So we want feedback. So to be honest, but they won't say anything. They'll just watch you. That's kind of hater what is it called? That's kind of a hater symptom, right? There's somebody who'll watch you, won't say nothing, smack, sneaking and peeking. Yes, you're like, what? Right. Or that person that'll tell you all the wrong advice. Have you ever had a friend like tell you everything wrong to do? And you like, why would you tell me to do that and it was wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Now it depends on what it is now. Because there's a right and wrong. There's always a right and a wrong, but it depends on what it is.
I'll say this.
My friends, whenever I talking to my friends about whatever thing it is, they give me both perspectives. Yeah. That's a true friend that's gonna tell you you could do this, but if you do this, so they'll be the ones to kind of open your eyes to realize that, oh, I didn't look at it from the other perspective. I was only looking at it through this lens. So that's a true friend, but one that only give you one side and always trying to push you to do the wrong thing, or it's like, no, I know in my heart that like that's not right, that's not okay, but why does she my friend, she wouldn't tell me something that would ruin me or whatever. So what's going on here?
Miss Roberta, what you got?
Right. Or someone just I was just thinking, because I've had people just tell me to do the wrong thing altogether and make it up so good, like, no, this is what you do. And then you look later on, you're like, I would not even done that unless someone had advised me to do it, right? So people will do that to you, and it's not, it's very toxic. And I don't like a person that makes everything about them either. They got to be the center of everything. You're just coming along with them, but they've got to be number one. Because I don't mind supporting you. Like, sometimes Jackie calls me, hey, would you support me in this, support me in that? Yes. And I don't mind that, but I don't like a person that's the main deal. I'm just your hype girl. I don't like that. That's like, what about me? What about my stuff? Wait a minute. So I think somebody who, and it took me a long time, because certain people I just used to like to conversate with, right? And so I would go over their house. I'm not going to tell you a lie. I would go over their house not thinking anything wrong. Then one day I just came to the conclusion they never come to my house. Right? They never come to visit me. They never come to see about me. Why am I running over their house all the time? And what are they telling me when they don't come to my house? They telling me basically I'm very much better than you, right? So I don't even do you like that, but you need to be around me. So I had to rethink a lot of things about relationships, and that's just a friendship. That we ain't got on a relationship yet. So. And Jason, you were saying, Jason said the ultimate. Certain friendships will get you killed.
Yeah. People use like their friendships just what's beneficial to them.
Yeah.
And once your benefits run out, your friendship runs out.
Yeah.
And if you want to find out who your real friend is, tell them no one time and
Right.
see what the outcome is of you telling them no. And once you find out how it is, you'll know what position you hold in their life.
Right.
So you
Yeah.
got to work both ways.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um,
And you know what, Jason? A lot of people they can't stand to hear the word no. A lot of
yeah,
kids can't, but a lot of adults can't either. That's
yeah,
strange, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And and you have to be able to tell your friends, I'm not getting into that. Like their situation, their business, I can't get into that because I can't put that on me.
Right.
Because you're going through it and I'm going through it, and you telling me something that's going to add more to what I'm going in, that energy travels.
Mhm.
Right.
So
Right.
when you step out and look at the friendship, look at the relationship, if their problems causing more stress on you, that's not no friendship. You're their burden bearer.
Right.
So step back and look at it. I'm not picking that up. I'm not going to look at that. I'm not going to touch that. That's what y'all got going on over there. Y'all keep that over there because in this area we need peace.
Right.
Let's talk.
Right.
Let's talk about something else. Let's go do something else. I don't. Every time a friend come by you and they got a problem, don't take that energy on you. Let's change
Right.
the conversation.
Yeah. That's
Mhm.
that's overwhelming for me. A friend that's
Yeah,
always got a problem, like every day got a problem. You know, like I said,
yeah,
I can see I see once in a while you got a problem, but every day you got a problem, you shouldn't have one every day. You know,
yeah.
that's overwhelming. That
Yeah.
energy is very overwhelming. Um, and you had said something else I was thinking about. Oh, even going back to relationships, negative energy is draining, right? Because you
Yes,
got to
yes.
spend like I believe I know that it's like a battery. So if I'm high up here with my energy, and I come and you're down here, what I got to do? I'm gonna lose some.
I gotta go take me a nap.
Right, right. I'm gonna lose. Have you ever talked to somebody that just seemed like they just pushed you in your face? You like, whoa, I'm tired.
Yeah,
I gotta go. Like they said, I gotta rest now. I'm stressed.
I got to
So,
regroup.
right, right. And I like Jackie. You saying choices. You said that before, and I think that's what I always tell people that are my friends. I don't never give advice on relationships because I do realize it's three different views, right?
Yeah,
It's my view, your view, and God's view.
yeah,
So, you know, so I can't give the advice because I don't know which I might be looking at a different angle. Plus, that's your relationship. So I
yeah.
never give
You
like
know,
a uh-huh.
with my past experiences, I wouldn't dare give nobody relationship advice with their spouse. You have to seek a counselor, a minister, a therapist, because you don't want to take that type of advice from just anybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
And
That's
especially somebody that's been through trauma in a relationship
or don't have one. Because you'll
don't have.
have the best, yeah, you'll have the best advisors as
Yeah,
somebody who don't have no relationship. They only got no relationship, but they gonna tell you everything to do with yours.
yeah, you're right about that.
You're like, no, that's not good advice. Now let's go ahead into the toxic relationships with a significant other. What are some of the signs of that?
Hiding the phone. Hiding the
What
phone.
you say? Hide that damn phone.
Hiding
Yep.
the phone. Look, hiding that damn.
I'm that phone.
Let's say y'all just ready to take a phone and just
Yep, that help a cheat. That help a cheat.
Yep.
let's say so the phone and what are some of the things that happen with that phone? Oh,
Nah, that here for cheating. When that here for sleep, that phone under her pillow, that here for cheating.
oh. I ain't worried
That
about if it's gonna blow up or not on her ear, burn her up or burn him up or
yeah,
nothing. He gotta
I,
sleep on top of it. Oh Lord.
Being
uh,
called out of your name. Yeah.
Do what now?
Being called out.
Being called out of your name. That's
Oh,
being
yeah.
called. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being called out of your
Definitely.
name. Yeah. Or I think even a person like having a name program.
Mine was Pizza Hut. Mine was Pizza.
Hey, but I actually do have some food places on my phone because we call in so much.
Mine,
So I'd much rather save the number than to keep looking it up because that's how
Mine was
often we get from there.
Pizza Hut. Have you seen this is he say hello, this is little
Yeah.
this ain't no Little Caesar. Say I'm hot and ready.
Yeah, mine was Pizza Hut, man.
So names in your phone. I think whenever you got to be deceptive, right? Whenever you got to be deceptive, you know it's definitely something going on. I think being said I've seen Pizza Hut before.
Yeah.
And basically whenever you are controlling, trying to turn other people against, you against your family, or
Gaslighting.
gaslighting you, or
Well,
just like
I'm gonna go back to something that Gorilla said. Women are the most gaslighting creatures that's out there these days.
they the
Y'all
most. You think so?
Yeah, y'all can gaslight.
I don't
You
know.
look.
Me and
Now look, I'm gonna tell you. In the 90s, men were beast that cheap. But this new generation of women, man, what you did, 2,000 women, man, what you say? They came back with vengeance. You hear me? They come to get us. Look, they come to get us for their ancestors.
Not the ancestors.
Yeah. They come to get us for their ancestors. Do you hear me?
But do you? I think too. What she's saying, in some communities, it's okay. It's okay to cheat. Actually, I think that's what I'm hearing her say, and she's watched that. She's witnessed that it's okay for men, because it is in certain communities, and people of color, brown, black, it's okay, right? I used to have a Hispanic friend. They like, if he go out and party, if he get a party on the side, it's okay. And I'm like, what is a party? Because I don't know what party on the side. At that point, I'm like, what is that? And she like,
He
no,
said,
if he get a girl.
that's a whole other show, love.
No,
But
she said party.
Yeah.
Party on the side.
Yeah, party on the side. But I'm just saying, it's okay for certain communities. I think in people of color communities, like I said, Papa was a Rolling Stone. We were okay with that. It was okay in a acceptable way, right? Because if it wasn't okay, then men would not be able to do it. You know what I mean? They would get like, what are you doing? Go back over there and sit down, right? It would stop. I seen you over Josephine's house. You ain't supposed to be over there. So I think it's okay for men, but what about for women?
I think it's tacky.
It's tacky. So Keisha, right? People still get it twisted. You have to be real about what you want and what yourself. And I think that's true too.
Yeah. Now look, everybody that's watching this live don't take none of that I was saying about all that serious now, because we don't want all these comments coming about the male chauvinist thing. All right. Lighten up, people.
But I think it's okay, because that's where that's why I asked the question before. Those are some things that we really, that's taboo, that we really have watched our family or our parents do, and that we really have to really figure out what is good, what's not good. She told me we call the police this time, Jason, if they come for us. Oh, that was funny. we got a surprise that time. So, what are some things that you can do with a toxic relationship other than get out? What do you think?
Get out. Leave run.
Okay.
No, because
Okay. Keisha
I
said
think
counseling. Yeah.
this is gonna have to be continued. Because I think a toxic relationship, if they don't come to a common grounds of communication, it just gonna repeat itself. We go to
Right.
counseling for
Right.
this 9 months, and 2 years down the lane, we back at square one.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Once you show me who you are in
So
the
we got to figure
relationship,
out. Yeah.
those scars are still there. And I don't care how many times you put a band-aid on it, those scars are still there. If you take those band-aid, those scars are still there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we got to work on both parties. And I encourage people that's gonna be in long relationships, the one to seek counseling, the one to find out who they're marrying, just basically do a credit check on the whole situation.
You know what, though, Jason? I think that's true because what I learned is like to look and ask, like,
Yeah,
was your parents together until, and what are they doing now? And then stuff like that to see at least if it's a similar structure,
yeah.
so that I know that there's a possibility for me. Because what I found was some people like, hey, it could be whole polar opposite of what I'm used to.
Yeah, and
This.
on like a more serious tip, because we're not getting no younger. I want to be able to pray with whoever I'm with, and if you can
Yeah.
find somebody that's willing to pray with you through your stuff, and and invite them to church,
Mm-hmm.
and then see if y'all going in the same direction. Look at y'all goals. Sit down and look at y'all goals. But the most thing about it, you have to pray into your relationship, and I had to learn that through what I just went through. Because I was with somebody I didn't like for 8 years, and I was like,
Here we
I ain't
go.
go, we ain't gonna go there. We over that hump now.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
All
but
right.
you got to be able to pray, and you got to be able to let the man be the man of the house. And
Okay.
if they can't contribute to that, then you have to evaluate the whole. She said the police. Yeah,
Police.
you have to evaluate the whole situation. You see that I jumped off the real quick though. So
Yeah.
you have to evaluate that whole situation, or where I'm going, what I want out of life. Do I want kids, financially stable, your walk, your religious preferences, your family, your history, your background, your peace, the energy that you put in. All that stuff got to plays a key role into your relationship.
Right. Right.
Now
I,
you come every day and you hate to see her or see him. It's you got to move on. You got to accept that and move on. Don't
right.
stay
Right.
nowhere when you're uncomfortable.
Right. Right.
Cause
And I think like yeah.
people
And
are
I
now
think
fake. People are now faking it to when it's tired.
Mm-hmm.
uh,
That's
Yeah.
what they're doing.
yeah. And I think like Jackie said, just knowing you got a choice too. You
Yeah.
Yeah,
know, because a lot of people think they don't have choices. You have choices. You have choices, and so to know that you have choices, to empower yourself of knowing, okay, I got choices. I don't have to be sitting here crying. I don't have to be sitting here wanting to die. And I'm not being extreme because it's real. Suicide is at a top
yeah,
level for men and females of color. So I'm not just making it up. You don't have to do that because relationships don't work. You have choices. All right, Jake, do you want to play that video and then we're gonna get on out of here?
Yeah.
and started playing. They played for 45 minutes, and a couple people stopped by. At the end of the 45 minutes, he picked up his hat, and he had somewhere just short of $30. Now, what no one knew was that person was a gentleman named Joshua Bell, who was the most famous violinist on the planet Earth. 2 days prior, he sold out the Boston Orchestra, where every seat was hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars. No matter how extraordinary you are, if you're in the wrong environment, you're very likely to be overlooked and undervalued. And it's so true in relationships, but honestly, everything in life. If you stay in an environment that doesn't appreciate you, you're never going to achieve your full capability. January 12th.
Thank you. All right, guys, let's go ahead and talk about that before we leave out. That's just something for you to think about, audience. If you're in the wrong environment, you'll never get to your potential.
Yeah,
And that says a whole lot.
I agree.
Yeah, you have to be somewhere. If we talking about in a relationship or in a marriage where you're pouring into each other, supporting one another, um, encouraging one another, and then, like he said, it applies in everything in life. If you can also look at it in work, environments. If that environment, if you always feel like you're being pulled down, not recognized, overworked, then that ain't the place for you. So, in the terms of relationship, if you're feeling like that, you're the only one giving, 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 and you ain't getting nothing out of it, then that's the time to open the floor for conversation with your significant other, and then go from there, and try to work on that. And if it's still only one-sided, then it's not ever going to work. You're always going to feel like dragged down.
And I think what I agree with you, Jackie. Um, Someone said be around greatness, and I'd say don't be afraid to be around greatness. Some people get challenged or they get intimidated because someone maybe shine a little bit brighter. Don't be intimidated by greatness, meaning because I believe iron sharpens iron. I always tell people I don't want to be around no one who is advising me wrong information, who
Yeah.
doesn't want to see me grow, and who doesn't see the potential that I have. So I need those three things from some, for people I'm around. I need you to know my potential. I need you to be like, hey, Roberta, you got this. Or, we need that from each other. We don't need to be around someone who, like we said earlier, that little job you got. Iron sharpens iron.
Yes. I like the iron sharpen irons because it goes in effect with the push and pull method. You
Yeah.
push me, I pull you. You push me, I pull you. And it's gonna balance each other out because what one area you strong in, your partner might not be strong in that area. So you push and I pull, and y'all will build.
Right, right.
Oh, I
And
like
even
that.
in yep, even in friendships,
Yeah,
I want to be around someone who's growing. So if I say, "Hey, this is what I did," they get excited too, right? So they
yeah.
come with it too, like, you know what, Roberta, this is what I did, right? So we get excited for each other, like, oh wow, this is what we doing, rather than, girl, I just got off the phone with such and such, and honey, she thinks she doing something. I don't want that. I
Yeah.
want iron sharpen iron. Sharpen me, make me up my game, make me spend my time more wisely. You know what I'm saying? I want someone to tell me, hey, you falling short when you could be doing this and this. I need that.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
well, all right. You guys ready to close out?
Okay, we're gonna close it out.
All right. Jason, you want to say good night first?
Well, good night, my people. And I also want to encourage everybody to go purchase my new book that's coming out probably this June. It's called A Healing Takes Process. Come to stores near you. I hope to see y'all again this soon, and I'll be back. I should get my little music.
Right.
Good night, everyone. I hope y'all have a good night and a great rest of your week. And as Roberta said at the beginning, if there's anything that you would like for us to speak on, or any suggestions, or you would like to come on as a guest as well, reach out to us, DM us, or send us an email. Our email's right here at the bottom. And follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Right. And of course, that's right, Jackie. We're here for it. We want to hear what you want us to talk about. Like I said, we're growing. We've been around for a year, so we made it through the water. Swimming through that was a little bit difficult, but we made it through. So we're growing. I'm thankful that Jason did join us tonight. We had a good time as always. As always, some giggles, some laughs. And of course, Jason, we of course are gonna have you back. You family, you're always welcome to Taboo Chronicles. You're part of the family, okay?
Okay.
Now, check me out tomorrow night on Put It All on Red. Also, I have a book coming out, and it's Sis Wake Up Happy. Basically, I've just been on this I think myself happy gig. Because a lot of stuff that go on is right here. So thank you all again. Good night.
Kick it.
Good night.